Leslie Sasser is here. She is with the Hospice of the Hills for North Arkansas Regional Medical Center. And there are different hospices, but this one is directly associated with our local hospital.
Yes.
And what do you do there?
I'm the clinical coordinator for the home care side of that.
So what does that entail then?
Well, I oversee the day-to-day operation as far as the nursing care and the therapy that's provided there in the agency.
Okay.
You direct the care?
Yes.
Okay.
From the patients there?
Yes.
Okay.
And then what specifically do you want to talk to us about with hospice?
Well, November is National Home Care and Hospice Month, and we provide end-of-life care to people in their home for different reasons, you know, and we manage their pain, symptom control. We also provide respite for family members because it is, you know,
it's a
hard thing. And we also have a hospice house that, you know, if there's issues that the patient is just difficult to control at home, they can come there, even just for the family to have a rest.
And I think that's a good point because the hospice house has been so publicly recognized recently with the 20th Plenty and all that. I think a lot of people think that that's your hospice program, and it's really not.
No, the majority of our patients are cared for at home. We serve a 5-county area, Boone, Marion, Newton, Searcy, and Carroll County. And the majority of the care is provided by the nurses in the home.
Okay. And then you mentioned the hospice house. And, well, okay, what kind of qualifications does there have to be met for someone to be considered for hospice?
To be a hospice patient, their doctor, their physician would have to deem them as having a terminal diagnosis.
And that doesn't, you know, a lot of times we associate cancer patients with that, but it doesn't have to be.
Right. It covers a variety of things. COPD, ALS, just different things that could, you know, mean that you're, you know, nearing the end of your life.
Right. Yeah. So this is a nice way to transition from.
And it's not just care
through the death of your loved one.
Right. It's not just care of the patient, but it's also care of their family. We offer social work for any issues that might occur with that, and we also have a bereavement chaplain, and they are in contact with the family up to a year after the patient's death.
How important is the family in this process?
Well, I would say just as important because, you know, once their loved one is gone, you know, they still, you know, have to deal with that. And so we try to support them and help them through that also.
And I think the education to the family of that end-of-life process, if they've got the right information, they can deal with it easier.
Right, and the caregivers are the ones that provide the care. You know, we assist them and help them and teach them, but they are still caring for their loved one, and most families want to do that if they're caring for the patient in the home.
We recently, it's been over a year, but had a family member in the hospice house, and I know something that was very comforting after the fact was the bears that were made out of that patient's clothing, and it's something that you will treasure forever.
Right.
And it's something that's, you know, it's
cool.
a comforting.
Right. That's done through the volunteer coordinator in the bereavement processes. They do the bears.
Okay.
So it's the local physician has to diagnose the person.
Yes.
Can people call you just to consult or ask questions, that kind of thing?
Right. Anybody, a caregiver, pastor, anybody in the community can do that, and we can talk with them. We can do an informational visit and just kind of let them know what we provide and see if that's something they're interested in. And then, you know, we can get in contact with their physician and coordinate all that care.
So y'all can take some of that burden off the family at that point.
Yes.
And we want to let people know that you don't provide a large range of service. You don't do grocery shopping and that kind of thing, or do you?
Well, we do have home health, aides that do go into the home that provide, personal care, as well as can do some light housekeeping, some shopping, some errands.
Okay, so that falls into it.
Small, time frame there, but can help with things like that.
Okay,
yes.
so that is available.
Yes.
I thought it was just clinical, but it's
no,
not.
We provide a range of services, respite, so that somebody can stay with the person, so the family can go out and do those things. Just to get away. Maybe we can send somebody to stay. We have a volunteer we have volunteers that go out and can do things for the family also. So we do provide things.
Since you mentioned volunteers, are you in need of volunteers for this?
We are always looking for volunteers that can do different aspects, different areas, and Jana Putman is our volunteer coordinator.
Okay.
And she can be reached at the office and can talk with her about that.
Okay. And you mentioned the office. Can you throw out the number?
Yes, it's 870-414-4100.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Leslie, for
wonderful
coming by.
organization.
Thank you.
Come back again sometime.
Oh, I will. Thank
Okay,
you.
thanks. All right, our last guest. Are we having all three of you?
Are y'all
No,
dancing
no.
first or what?
Everybody's pointing the other direction.
Okay, I know
Well,
Gail Sansing must be going to be up here. But we have Rita Huff and Terry Thompson here too.
We'll
so
figure
I
it
don't
out.
know.
We'll figure it out. Now, this is the dance routine that we're going to do, right? Do you want to go get in your costumes or?
Sure. That's my Halloween costume.
You know, we have
some
spare
reindeer
costumes
antlers
here.
and stuff.
Don't say that. No, we're not going to have a dance thing. We're going to talk with Gail, Rita Huff, Gail Sansing, and also Terry Thompson. Hopefully, we'll see which. Yeah, we'll make room for all.
We want to watch them duke it out. So
Yeah, there we go. We're going to be here to talk about Make-A-Wish holiday home tours. So stay with us.